Hi guys, welcome to the CoinKings YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a STRAKS breakdown video, and I'm also going to restart the giveaway for 1000 BITCOINZ. If you're new to this channel, all you need to do is subscribe and just leave a comment below and put your BITCOINZ address in with the comment. And on my next video, what I'll do is I'll randomly select a comment from this video, and then I'll send them 1000 BITCOINZ. Okay, so we're going to look at STRAKS. Number one, the community. Who's behind STRAKS? Number two, Masternodes. So we're going to look into Masternodes. Number three is the ECommerce Utility. They're going to release something called STRAKS Market. Number four, supply 150 million STAK. And number five, wallets and exchanges. What wallets are available and what exchanges is STRAKS listed on at the moment. So number one, who's behind STRAKS? Alright, so there's a dedicated team. Right, so if you go onto the github.com/STRAKS/STRAKS, I'll leave a link in the video below. You can see the STRAKS Foundation team has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 members. Scrubs, CryptoRaw, Ecam, John Smith, Casper, Bruno, Andrew, Fidanza, and Proximus. So there's a pretty big team, to be honest, there. And if you look on the Discord, they're all active, and you can message them or speak to any of the team. So that's pretty good. Right. You can join the community. As I say, there's a Slack, Discord, Reddit. Again, if you go onto the GitHub, you've got all the links: the STRAKS website, the Explorer, Discord, Reddit, Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, and then there's a community news site. But I think they've integrated that community news into the website now, so I don't think that one's valid anymore. Right, open source. So STRAKS is totally open source, and anyone is free to contribute to the STRAKS development, and they can also make pull requests through GitHub. And STRAKS vote. So they're working on a STRAKS voting system, which will enable you to propose ideas to all the STRAKS holders, and you'll also be able to vote on any ideas that they come up with. So it's a pretty good system. Where it only enables the people that hold STRAKS to actually vote. And decentralized ownership. So ownership and the access rights for STRAKS are completely decentralized. Masternodes. Right, so to run a masternode, you need 15,000 STRAKS. And there are currently 111 masternodes worldwide. And once you get one set up, you'll get a daily income of 67 STAK. Now this will change as the number of masternodes increase. So I'm not sure what the exact numbers are, but for every couple of masternodes that are added, this payment's going to go down. And I believe once it reaches 200 masternodes, the daily income is going to halve. So that'd be interesting. So at the moment there's 111. Now the STRAKS team put a tweet out, I guess about a week ago, saying there was 100. So 11 have been set up in the past week. So it's pretty interesting. Now I actually run a masternode, and I followed a guide which was written by one of the developers called Ecam, or I'm not sure you say ECAM. And it was a really good guide. Now I've set up a few masternodes for a few different currencies, but to be honest, that was the easiest to follow and the most accurate guide there is. So if you're gonna set one up, go on the Discord. It's on one of the channels. I think it's info or guides. Download that guide, and it's really good. And you get regular payments. Now with some of the masternodes, you get like a payment once a day or twice a day, or sometimes you won't get any payment one day and then you'll get 3 the next. Now it's a lot more regular on STRAKS. It seems to be every couple of hours at least. Sometimes you might get one and then 10 minutes later you'll get another one, but it's a lot more regular than other masternodes, which a lot of people worry, like they set up the masternode and then they don't get a payment for 2 days and then they're getting all panicked. But with STRAKS you seem to get, it's a smaller payment, like I think you get 5.7 STRAKS every couple of hours, so it's a lot more reassuring really. ECommerce Utility, I believe this is going to be called STRAKS Market, and if you go onto the STRAKS website you'll see there you've got the little roadmap there, and then STRAKS Market is under development at the moment. So that's going to be ready in the second half of 2018. So it's interesting to keep an eye on really. So what it's going to be? It's going to be a platform where users can trade goods and services. There'll also be easy to set up shops, so you can sell your product or sell your service. Set up easy, and you're going to have complete support of the development team, so if you've got any problems you can just message them and they'll help you out the best you can, and that's totally free, so you don't have to pay them to do that. And then obviously STRAKS will be the primary payment method, but it will actually support other cryptocurrencies. Right, 150 million supply, so around 5 million STRAKS are going to be added every year till we get to the figure 150. Now, if you're familiar, there was a project called Signatum which launched and failed last year. Now, what STRAKS have done is, because the Signatum project was totally dead, they enabled a swap period where you could send your Signatum over, they would burn that and then swap. For every 4 Signatum you get 1 STRAKS. Now this swap period, to save people just swapping it, getting the STRAKS and then dumping it on the market, what they've done is they've staggered it over 4 years. So anyone that participated in the swap scheme will get a weekly payment every week for 4 years, which stops people just dumping it on the market and the price crashing. Now the total swap distribution is 20 million, so that 20 million is split over the 4 years. So for the first 4 years there'll be 5 million STRAKS mined and then 5 million STRAKS distributed from the swap for 4 years, and then every year after that there'll only be 5 million supply added from the mining until it makes up the 150 million supply, which I believe is 21 or 22 years, something like that. If you go onto the Github you can find the chart and check it out for yourself. Only 1.7% of the total supply of STRAKS has been produced. So if you go on CoinMarketCap and you'll see that the circulating supply of STRAKS is something like 2.5 million. Now that is, when you think there's 150 million supply, that is super low, and it's a fairly low supply anyway. So I mean, I don't really want to do a price prediction, but with that sort of low supply, sky's the limit really, to be honest. So we'll just have to just watch the project and see what happens. Right, wallets and exchanges. So what wallets are released for STRAKS and what exchanges is it listed on? So at the moment there's a Windows, Linux and OS X wallet. Now I've used a Windows wallet, that's what I use for my Masternode. I don't have a Linux desktop, I don't have a Mac desktop, so I don't know what they're like, but the Windows wallet is great. It's I've had no issues with it, no bugs, no lagging, anything like that, so that is great. One thing that is lacking is obviously a mobile wallet, but again, if you look on the STRAKS website, the Android wallet is under development and will be released in Q2 2018. So what we're in March now, so within the next 3 months you're going to have a mobile wallet, which is great. It's only listed on 2 exchanges at the moment. So it's only on STAK exchange, which, as you know, is not my favorite exchange. It's so buggy, and it's not the most trusted sort of exchange, because I've read, but I'm pretty certain myself that they are creating masternodes with their own users' funds. So it's not the most trusted exchange. And Crypto Bridge, which is a decentralized exchange, I haven't used it myself, but I know that the STRAKS volume is really low on there, so not a lot of people are using it, but we'll see what happens, because it's fairly new, I think. So we'll see what happens with that one. Now the good news is that STRAKS paid the listing fee to go on HitBTC. Now it was meant to happen in February, but if you read on the STRAKS news that there was some sort of delay, and it was delayed until mid-March. Now I know a lot of people hate HitBTC, but it's got to be 1,000 times better than STAK Exchange, which is the biggest exchange that it's on at the moment. So it's interesting, and definitely keep an eye on it, because I mean, if people do want to set up masternodes and just buy the STRAKS instead of mining it, you can't really do it on STAK exchange. You'd have to fill everyone's sell orders, and then you'd be paying ridiculous amounts. But if there's a higher volume and you can buy the STRAKS on HitBTC, which I'm assuming you will be able to get a decent volume, it's going to enable people to just buy enough to run their own masternode. And they have paid the Yobit listing fee, but apparently Yobit just haven't got back to them. So within the next couple of months, or next half a year or so, we might get listed on Yobit as well. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Right, the negatives of STRAKS. The Signatum FUD. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it's just the same dev team as Signatum and they're going to screw everyone over, but it's not the same dev team as Signatum. The founders of Signatum are not on the STRAKS team, and as far as I know, any of the developers that are on the STRAKS team were not on the Signatum team. They were only sort of helping at a community level, so they might have been part of the Signatum community, but they certainly didn't found Signatum. So it's just complete FUD. Negatives are STAK exchange and Crypto Bridge. Like I said, if you want to buy 15,000, good luck on those 2 exchanges. You'll be there for a couple of weeks, or you're going to be paying stupid prices. No iOS wallet. So at the moment there's not a wallet for iPhones. Obviously a lot of people use iPhones, and it would be great to have an iOS wallet. Now there's no news of one under development or one that will be in development soon. Now I don't know, but it would be great to have one, which I assume in the future we will have one. So it's something to look into or ask questions about. Now, no white paper. Now, a few people have said to me that there's no white paper for STRAKS. Now, I can only assume one is being written at the moment, but if you go onto their GitHub, you'll see there's a lot of information on here. So you can only assume that one is being written at the moment. Now they haven't released any news that we're writing the white paper and it's going to be out so and so, but I can only assume that one is under development at the moment. And treasury funding 5% per block. Some people see this as a big negative if they take 5% of every block. The other coins like Dash, I think they take 10%. Zcash, I think they take 10% as well. Maybe they take 20%. Yeah, I think that's like 20%. So it's pretty low compared to other coins. Fair enough, there are ones that there is 0%. But this 5% is going back into the community, so it's web development, project development, which I don't really see that as a negative. I see that more of a positive, because the team do have money to increase development, so it's a benefit in my eyes, to be honest. Okay, summary. All the negatives can be solved in time. Obviously, we're going to get onto more exchanges. Hopefully, the Signatum FUD will go away. Hopefully, there's going to be an iPhone wallet under development. Hopefully, they're writing the white paper, and that's going to be released soon. So yeah, I mean, it's looking good. Right, active GitHub. Now, someone actually said to me, "Oh, STRAKS is just a copy and paste Masternodes scam." Now, fair enough. There are some coins that are just literally copy and paste Masternode scams. For example, if you go to masternodes.online, and this is a website that releases some information on some of the coins that support Masternodes. Right, if you click here, it'll sort by most valuable. Obviously, the most valuable masternode is Dash, which is 46,000. If you look somewhere around here, STRAKS is here. Just under $17,000 will get you a STRAKS masternode. If we click on another coin, let's go BITCOIN, $23,600. So BITCOIN, $23,600, 49 active masternodes, you'll get 3,700 medic a day, which is $400. Now, if we go onto their GitHub, and if we go on to STRAKS GitHub, so STRAKS has 86 commits, 7 contributors. Now you can see here various things have been done on different days. So 4 days ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 12 days ago. It's all different. Now if you go on BITCOIN, 3 commits, 1 contributor, everything was done 2 months ago. And as you see, their README is a couple of lines. STRAKS is a lot of information, a lot of relevant information. So it's a lot to look into. To be honest, what you want to do is make yourself a cup of coffee, pause this video, and then read this. But back to the GitHub. Yeah, some people said, "Oh, it's just a copy and paste scam." Well, I'm not saying BITCOIN is a copy and paste scam, but looking at the information that you've got, it doesn't look good. Whereas STRAKS, the development team is active. There's 7 of them as opposed to 1, and as I say, they are updating as they go along, which is a great thing, to be honest. GPU mining. Now you can mine STRAKS on NVIDIA graphics cards. I think you can on AMD, but you get a really low hash rate. Now I love GPU mining. I love mining STRAKS. I love NVIDIA cards, so it's a perfect match. If you're a miner, if you've got NVIDIA, jump on STRAKS. Mine some, set up a masternode, carry on mining. At the moment, it's only $1.10, which it seems stupidly low when there's the circulating supply is 2.5 million. It just seems ridiculously low to me. So it's definitely, I mean, I don't like to make price predictions, but I think that if it was $5, it would still be low. So I think anywhere between $5 to $8 in the next couple of months, and then from there upwards, I think. So overall rating is 9 out of 10. Okay, so if you want to win 1,000 BITCOINZ, all you need to do is subscribe, leave a comment, make sure that you put your BITCOINZ address in the comment. On my next video, I'll randomly select a comment and then send them 1,000 BITCOINZ. Now someone said to me, well, why aren't you giving away STRAKS because it's a STRAKS video? To be honest, all my STRAKS are in my Masternode. I'm keeping the rewards separately, so on my other videos I give away 1,000 BITCOINZ, so I'm not going to change it for this one. So thanks for watching, guys. What you want to do is join the STRAKS Discord channel, get chatting to people on there. Also follow them on Twitter, keep up to date with any news. See you next time, guys.